In this video, we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the new 3rd through 5th grade classroom. When the 3rd through 5th graders check in, they will be checking into the normal classroom door that they've always checked into. All kindergartners through 5th graders will be entering in through this door. When they first arrive, they will find a table to sit at to do a center. The center activities are here at this bookshelf near the door, and the teachers can decide what they want to set on the tables. One activity per table. So there's magazines, or there's some board games, there's Legos, there's marble run, all different kinds of activities that you can switch out. And there are 5 different tables with 30 seats available for the kids to choose an activity to sit at. After they have chosen their activity, they'll do that for about 10 minutes. At 10:10 is when we will switch classrooms. So the 3rd through 5th graders are going to line up at the partition here, and they will walk through the partition into their new 3rd through 5th grade space. So once they come through this partition, this is their room now, where they will be the remainder of the time until it is time to check out. So in this space, we have 2 couches. We have 2 teacher chairs at the front. Those are just for teachers, not for kids. And then back here, we have 2 tables with 6 seats available at them. Eventually, we'd like to get a rug in here too, so that kids can sit on a nice cozy rug if they would prefer to. But for right now, this is the seating that we're working with. We have 1 dry erase board that you can use to write things on. We have the Lord's Prayer up there, so that there's any kids that don't know the Lord's Prayer yet, when you do that during prayer time, it's available up there. We also have this blank right now. On this first week in our new classroom, the kids are going to work together to set some classroom expectations, focusing on respecting one another and respecting the materials in the classroom. Also, that 3 through 5 is just for this week. They're going to get to decorate it with things that they've learned together at Children's Church, and also with things about themselves. And so we'll be hanging that on the partitions after this week. This area right here is very important for teachers. On the top in that red bucket is the materials that you'll need to teach. It has your lesson plans and any materials that you'll need for the week. So there is a craft, only if there's extra time. It's just a coloring sheet. The Skittles bags, which is our get to know you activity for this week, as well as the gospel storybook, story Bible, which is where we get our stories from, and copies of the ESV Bible, dry erase markers and eraser, and the remote control for the lights. And this stuff is really only for the teachers to have access to. Inside of here, there's a bunch of different materials. On the top shelf is stuff that the kids will probably need access to every week. It's copies of the ESV Bible if they have forgotten to bring theirs from home. Also, pens and pencils that you can hand out to the kids. Below that on the second shelf is more craft supplies, but they might not need these every week. So scissors, liquid glue, glue sticks, crayons, markers, those types of things. And then in the bottom shelves, which are going to be filled by this Sunday, we will have different games and activities for them to do if they finish early that are more appropriate for 3rd through 5th graders. So we have some board games coming from my house that will be in there on Sunday. We do not want kids to have access to this unless if it is teacher directed and also watched by the teacher, because we want to make sure that that area stays organized and is accessible to every teacher every week for the kids to be able to use. Back here in this section is stuff that belongs to Children's Church that might get moved, but for right now it's going to be living in this spot. We need to make sure that the kids are not getting into this area. This is stuff that belongs to Miss Kristen and the Children's Church, so we're going to make sure that this area does not get messed with. The TV will eventually be used in here. We just need to figure out a good place to plug it in. So that is going to have a new home eventually. But so for right now, that is pretty much everything for the 3rd through 5th grade room. We did leave a small opening here so that if anyone needs to go to the bathroom, they can go one at a time, and they can go through that room. That little space there to use the main bathroom. But the big focus as we move into this 3rd through 5th grade room is for them to create their own space that feels cozy. It feels like their own space, but also has kind of a general expectation of being respectful and kind to one another and to the space that they have. We will make another video as changes happen to this room, but this is where we're at for now.